morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am. I love you.
I love you too. Take your seats. Okay, so yesterday we have discussed about the 6 trigonometric ratios and some of its applications or examples in real life. So as a recall for that, before we are going to proceed to another activity, may I ask, what are the 6 trigonometric ratios? Yes, Rhea.
The 6 trigonometric ratios are sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant.
Okay, exactly. How about who among you can give an example of on how are we going to apply the 6 trigonometric ratios in solving a problem? Yes, Rowena.
We can use it if we intend to measure the height of an object. Example, we can find the measure of height of lamppost knowing the distance.
Okay, exactly. Another one. Okay, yes, Dia.
Another application of it is that we can solve the height of the building knowing the distance from the observers.
Okay, exactly. So it seems that you already know on how are we going to apply the 6 trigonometric ratios. So for today, we will conduct another activity for you to enhance your knowledge on the application of the trigonometric ratios in our life, especially in solving the real life situation. So for now, I have here the different mathematical device or the measuring device to be used in our activity. I need 2 volunteers from the class. One of the volunteer will use the measuring device and the other one will use the protractor to cite the angle measurement as he solved the height of a certain object. Now, your activity is, using your own device, measure the height of the board down to the floor, given the distance of 2 meters away from the observer or line of sight. So may I have now the 2 volunteers from the group? Okay, yes, Cyril and RJ. Okay, so before we start, let me remind you that your task is you are going to show us what is the most accurate way of measuring the height of a certain object. Again, you are going to show us what is the most accurate way of measuring the height of a certain object. Everybody, you may have asked questions or you can add your ideas or insights regarding our activity. So you two showed your solutions. Using the measuring device, the height is 2.43 meters. While using the angle measurement, the height is 2.44 meters. So, can you stand your answer?
For me, I do believe that the measuring using mathematical device is more accurate because the height is 2.43 meter. Because using mathematical instrument, specifically the steel tape, it shows an actual instrument and you don't need to solve anything. You just only need choose the device. Which do you? Or how about you, RG?
I believe that my answer is correct. Because for me, it is accurate to use the angle of measurement if we intend to solve the height of an object, especially if the given distance is given.
I am just curious of which is the most accurate to measure the height of 5-story building and how.
For me, the most accurate measuring is the measuring device because as I've said earlier, it shows an actual measurement of the building and I can measure the building by using, I can get stepping up at the top of the building and using I use the tip of the measure tape and until it reaches the ground, I can measure the building.
I always stand that getting angle of measurement is the most accurate to use in measuring the height of any objects, even if it is high. Because I don't need to get on the top of the building, all I need to do is to have that distance inside the angle and use the appropriate trigonometric ratios that applicable to the height.
Some more questions?
How about measuring of the height of the flagpole? It is possible to measure it using the mathematical device? How?
Yes, it is possible. Using mathematical device, you can measure the flagpole by getting up near the building in the flagpole and measure it. Hold the tip of the tape measure and drop it down until it reaches the ground. So that is now the height of the flagpole.
What if there is no such buildings or trees near the flagpole? In short, it stands alone. How can it?
If the flagpole stands alone, I can measure it also by Y. Magagamit ko ang rope na nakatali sa flagpole at yun ang gagamitin kong pangsukat or yun ang gagamitin kong sukatan para makuha ko ang height ng flagpole. How about you, RJ?
I certainly adjust the distance as an observer. Then, locating the distance, then find the kung saan available yung space. Then, kailangan ko lang is yung iset ko yung angle. Then, kailangan ko lang siya na i-adjust ulit yung aking protractor with the help of the thread na ma-identify ko kung ano yung angle at saka solve it using the tangent.
Are you sure that it will vary if another person or another observer will sight the angle? Why?
No, it will not vary because the basis of sighting the angle is the sight of the eyes or of the object. The height does not affect the angle of measurement. How about you? What do you think is the most appropriate unit to be used in measuring the height of 5-story building?
The most appropriate unit using our getting the height of the building is meter because it is high enough to use feet or centimeter.
Why do you think using mathematical device is more accurate in measuring the height than use of angle measurement? Why do you think using mathematical device is more accurate in measuring the height than use of angle measurement?
Okay. Mathematical device is more accurate than using angle measurement because, as I've said, it shows an actual measurement and you don't need to solve anything.
For me, it is my angle of measurement is the most accurate. It's because it's simple to cite the point of interest where it is located. How about you, Cyril? If your tape measured stopped in the middle of the building and does not able to touch the ground, how will you respond to it?
If my tape measure did not reach the ground, I will use the rope by holding the tip of the rope, and until it reaches the ground, I will measure the rope, and that is now the height of the building.
Okay, so any questions? Any questions? Okay, so it seems there is no questions. So thank you for your participation, especially for RJ and Cyril. So let's give them a round of applause. And 3 claps for yourself for your participation. Okay, so let's go back to our lesson. So they show us what is the most accurate way of measuring a height of a certain object. So you can use both of the measuring device that being presented, but there are limitations to it. First, if you are going to use measuring device, be sure to it that you are going to measure the height of a small or not too high objects. Let's say, for example, the height of the table or the height of the door. Or any objects that is possible to measure using the instrument without risking your life. For example, if you intend to measure the height of the tree using the mathematical device or the instrument, are you going to climb at the top of the tree for you to get the height? No. So exactly. So, dyan papasok, or on the other hand, you can use the angle measurement. And that is now the application of the 6 trigonometric ratios, specifically the tangent. Tangent is equal to? Tangent is equal to?
Opposite over adjacent.
Okay, the opposite over adjacent. So, you can measure as high as you want as long as you are going to use the angle of measurement. So, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Wala nang aakyat sa tuktok ng building para makuha lang ang height ng building?
Wala na po.
Okay, so that ends our lesson for today. Everybody stand. Goodbye, class.
Goodbye, ma'am.